Hey, it's Patrick Gates. So last week I dropped my cover of Thom Yorke's Unmade, a song he had written for the remake of the 1977 horror classic Suspiria. If you haven't seen the video, go check that out, please, because it was a lot of work and I really enjoyed doing it. Last year he released this soundtrack and I heard it and I was just enthralled by it. I thought it was gorgeous. I'd been a fan of Thom Yorke and it'd been a while since he released new music, so that was just exciting as it was. But then also, something about the way that he meshed real instruments and modular synths and everything else, especially since I had already started getting into modular synths, made me go, oh, I want to do this. I want to make music like that. On top of that, at the end of last year, I went and saw Thom Yorke in concert with his live tour visual artist, Tarik Barri, who does these incredible live visuals that he has a MIDI controller on stage and he's changing the visuals. And that, with my history of programming and doing generative art, made me go, oh my gosh, I love the visuals, I love the music, this is the stuff that I want to be creating, why am I not doing it? So I spent all of this year kind of building up to it, and I felt what better way to commemorate starting this channel than by covering this song and these visuals that had meant so much to me in this process. I'm kind of considering this an audio-visual cover. I'm covering the song Unmade, but I'm also covering the visuals. I'm looking at what Tarik did when I saw him live, and I worked based on those and covered how he did those visuals. I think it's really important as artists for us to copy, to homage, to make new arrangements of, to look at other people's art that we're inspired by and look at how they made it, because you'd be surprised at how much you'll learn during that process. We've got to get rid of the stigma associated with copying, because that's holding people back from making their own stuff. Because at first you have to copy for you to learn what is going to be your thing. So over the 2 or 3 weeks that it took me to make this video, I recorded behind the scenes because I wanted to show you guys through the artistic process that I took and try to kind of show you guys that you don't have to know everything to make this stuff. You just have to jump in and go for it. So let's jump on in. On my computer, I've got one oscillator here and noise being sent over, which is these guys, these guys sending out, or coming from the computer, and then those guys get fed into 2 different filters, which then get mixed, hello random cable, which then get mixed, and then that goes into Verb, and Verb comes out. So, and down here with my pretty feet, is a sustain pedal, because I can't be bothered to hold a note down for longer than 2 seconds. Wait, I am stopping it right there. And this is gonna be our inaugural episode of Explain It Like I'm 5! So let's back it up. Let's go right to the top of it right there. So I'm showing the computer screen right there. So what I've got going on, just generally, is this thing called modular synthesis. It's all these little modules that do different functions, and we connect them with cables. The cables that kind of look like these guys. So when we connect all these bits together, we're sending the audio through however they go. So to start with, on the computer here, you see right there, that's what we call an oscillator. What it's doing is it's oscillating, it's going like this, but so quickly that it makes a tone. That tone is our musical, what we're hearing, our musical note. Oscillations can come in many different shapes and sizes. You've got different ways of creating them, etc., etc. This little guy on my computer does tons of different stuff. And so that's why I used it in this case, so that I could select exactly what I want. Usually the standard ones are like a triangle wave, because it looks like a triangle, or a sine wave that looks like it's a sine wave if you know math. And then a sawtooth, which is, a sawtooth. I'm terrible at that. So that's our note. That's the note that's being passed through. That's being controlled by my keyboard here. The next thing I'm sending is this guy right here, that one right there. That is making noise. Just imagine noise as the musical personification of randomness. It is just that white noise sound, that guy. I'm sending both of those from the computer to the physical Euro rack through these cables. This little controller way over here, that little guy, this guy right here, that is taking from the computer and sending it over. So what it is those 2 things, the musical note and that randomness, that white noise. Those 2 guys are being put into what are called filters. Those 2 different guys right there are 2 different types of filters. And what we're doing is we're just selecting what part of the note we want. across the frequency spectrum, we've got our low stuff down here, and then we've got our mid-range stuff. This is like where our speaking is, and we got really, really high stuff. That's our consonants, our S's, and those kind of things are up here. With a filter, we're just selecting which part we want. So I could say I just want this low part right here. Why don't we pick a different color? I just want this low part right here. Or I could say, you know what, I want just the speaking range. Or I just want the high. Or I want from this point back, and so on and so forth. We get to pick which part we want. That's what the filters are doing. And then those guys are being sent into this guy. That guy's mixing it, so it's taking the two signals and making them into one by however much I want them. And then that guy gets sent, let's roll it forward some more, to this guy. Wahapa-dapa-doo. That guy right there is creating the reverb. It's that sound of space. It's what you hear when in the cupboard. It's all those kind of things. That's the reverb. And then that's being sent back through these red cables back into the computer, and that's what you're hearing. So thank you. Thank you and good night. Gotta take it again. Gotta take it again. Taking it again. Take it again. Just again. It's okay. Just take it again. It's I unplugged it. No big deal. Just take it again. Everything's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I forgot to remove the sustain. Oh, great. It doesn't matter. It didn't record. That doesn't sound right. Okay, great. I'll just record it again. It's fine. This is take 17? I don't know. Shit. Okay, now, damn it. Start again. I already fucked it up. I got two. I wasn't playing back, so I have no idea where I am in the song. Let's start it again. I think this is going to be too quiet. Start again. It's the same, went up too high. Start again. One. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is it. It's not coming in quick enough. I shouldn't have done that. I need to pull that up at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 2. I don't think that's going to be in the right spot, but I'm really close now. Okay, I got it this time. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Catch that note so it doesn't go away. Okay, and start introducing some more noise. That's it! Take number 27. 27. Oh, but it sounds good. So my focus for right now is to work on the little synthy bits that exist kind of the middle after you get through the first verse and chorus, a couple of verse and chorus, and then there's a nice like sawtooth, probably synthy pad do with a lot of verb. So I'm gonna try using a mixture of VCV rack and my actual Euro rack, and we're gonna make some stuff. Okay, bye. Thank you. Well, it's a thing. And I feel like I'm in the wrong place with this. I don't know. So the recording is supposed to happen in a week and a half's time. And the visuals aren't done. I don't know the song all that well. The musical portion of it's not done. And so I've just generally had a long couple of days. I've been working late hours into the late, been doing late. Things have been late. It's late. It's late o'clock. And so I think what's going to be best for me at this point is to stop and come back to it again later. Which sucks because I didn't really make all that much headway. In fact, I didn't make any headway. And my battery's about to die. Just fuck it. Bye. Okay, so this is what I've been working on all day, is making it sparkle. Just like that.
Okay.
So just all of these different bits and bobs sparkling like that.
Okay.
Any idea why that would take so long?
Probably because you gotta do it individually.
Yeah, pretty close. So what makes it really, really difficult is that it needs to be asynchronous. What that means is in programming, it's like you do one thing, then you do the next 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 thing. Make sense? You know what I'm trying to say? Roughly?
Roughly.
I don't want to start messing around with trying to make jitter be You're not with me, are you?
I'm sorry. I am too tired to deal with it.
Love you.
I love you too.
So, I've been working on this for 2 weeks with little bits and bobs here and there, but pretty much straight through for 2 weeks. And thus far, this is where I've gotten to. It's not quite right, and we record in 2 days. And then, to hit the deadline of the year since it came out, since the song came out, that has to be this Saturday. But I'm still not done with this, and the music is just the piano and the opening synth element. So I don't know. I'm hoping I can figure it out in time, but I just don't think it's gonna happen right now. But I'm gonna go try and relax and rejuvenate because it's just been go. And I'm gonna try and come back to it tomorrow with a fresh brain and hopefully figure it out. Gosh, my hair, my face, my everything's out of whack, so. Yep. See you then. I've worked like another hour on it. I've added, I've made the kind of the movement, the noise texture, the limey thing, of a higher resolution now, so you don't see the little dots in it. I just kind of calmed it down a little bit too. Technically, it should be moving up, according to the original. If you look at the original, it's got kind of this upward movement. The whole thing is moving up. Which in my case, it kind of looks like it's moving up, but that's not what's really happening. But we're gonna call that my little flair because making them move up is actually incredibly difficult. Then just adding color onto it and just tweaking the parameters and playing with it a little bit at speed, because I've had to have it at half speed to just, while I was working on it, it just looks so much better already. Yeah, I'm already so much happier with it. So you can kind of see it starting. I don't know, I like it. It's my own little take on it. It's my own little flair. I guess all I needed was some sleep, some time, some relaxation, some coffee, and some Jack in the Box. Hey, Raina, can I show you something?
Give me a second. Beep, 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 beep.
So I've got this going. Now I'm adding more sparkles.
Now it looks like video game stuff. It reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Does it really? Why is that?
Well, it's like specifically Final Fantasy like 6. You should like look up what I'm talking about. You should look up what I'm talking about. You should look up
all right, I'll look up what you're talking about.
Yay! So go Final Fantasy 6. Intro. Yeah, this. It's specifically this. It's the purples.
All right. I can see that. Get you, girl. Well, I can't use the theme music for copyright reasons, so that's gonna be it.
Oh no. Alright, Are you done? With me?
Yeah, you can go now.
Okay, bye. Ta-da! Oh wait, I didn't do my outro. Beep boops. Beep boop beep 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 beep. That was awesome.
Do you like it? Do you like
Yeah, I do like it. It reminded me of Final Fantasy VI all the time.
Again.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Awesome.
That's crazy. It's like a stoner's dream. It really is. I got scared a little bit for a second.
Well, it's the day before the shoot, and I am in the truck. We have it fully loaded, and I am gonna head to go see Frankie, who is gonna help me set it up, and we're gonna do a little test tonight. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Shut up! And oh, I forgot to mention, it's 11 at night, so I'm drinking coffee. Don't judge me. Oh, would you looky there?
Oh, hi.
It's a Frankie.
It's a me.
You're out of focus.
Here we have the Patrick Gates
It
in
just
his
keeps-
natural habitat. The habitat.
It just keeps screwing.
Also wearing his best Where's Waldo apparel.
Thanks, I never heard that before.
Is this like your artistic blue period? Hey Patrick,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about this project so far?
Well, art is never finished. It's just released. Does that answer your question?
I like the confidence.
I would tell you what the battery is, but there's a light, like a light mark in the center of my iris, and I can no longer see things in that area. I have to look at things from the side on to be able to see anything.
See what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna try to interpret what's going on.
Nerd shit. It
You
looks.
hold so much tension in your body.
I do, but
It's not healthy.
It looks kind of cool. It's already looking cool.
Breakers.
Emergency lights. Shall we?
Oh God.
Back up. It's not a battery backup.
I work in the office.
Oh, there.
They're LEDs. Of course they are.
Oh my gosh! I have lines.
Yep. Yep. A dotted line straight through your eyes.
It's awful. Do you have anything black? All right, well, it's happening. The equipment's loaded. We did a test yesterday. I've got the keyboard and the last few things right here. I made myself look all pretty, and we're gonna go do this thing. I can't say I'm not nervous, but hopefully it goes all right. So we'll find out. I'm hearing myself back. Like, I'm hearing my last take back currently.
Yeah.
I should fix that.
Play Freebird.
That could have been worse. All right.
That is that is the most pointless skill ever.
Let's just start this again, cause I screwed up too many times to edit. And
fix it.
You're okay there, bud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do it again? Hey!
Well, it's Saturday. Where's the video? That's a question I've been asking myself. After putting in a lot of hours to try and get it ready for shooting, I was burnt out, plain and simple. I shot straight through it and, work. I basically put the visuals together. Technically over 2 weeks. The process started 2 weeks prior to shooting, but the visuals weren't anything like what they needed to be. They were just the kind of the base programming for it. So I got all that done a couple weeks prior, but then making it actually look like the thing that I wanted to look like, that all happened within like 3 days prior to shooting, and then getting all the equipment together and going and doing the test. And then, I rendered out the video for the recording the day of, like it was done that day. The music was also mostly done that day. All I did prior to was the piano and a little bit of the synth work, which took me way longer than it should have. So I come on Friday, and I'm supposed to finish it yesterday, so that I could get it done today. And I just had to say no. I just had to say, this is too much work. It's causing me serious anxiety. That's not what the purpose of this was. So I'm not gonna hit the deadline, and that's okay. The idea of the deadline was to try and, A, force myself to push and get this done, and B, the idea of the deadline was to try and commemorate the years since the album came out. So I made the executive decision that the best option for me was to push the video an entire week. That's when I'm gonna put the video out, is this upcoming weekend. I have a little mini vacation. I'm going to LA for a couple of days to see Thom Yorke, funny enough. Also for a fun little Formula 1 event, and I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna relax, and I'm gonna enjoy that, and I'm gonna come back, finish up the video. This also lets me do some social media stuff to kind of build up a little bit of the hype, so it's the right decision to make. I was definitely disappointed yesterday that I wasn't gonna make it happen, but I'm feeling better about it now. This is the right decision, and it's not worth trying to kill myself over. It just isn't. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right. So what day is it, guys?
Halloween.
Who are you playing?
Me.
I thought you were being David.
I am.
You're David?
Yes.
Good to see you, David. Jenna, what do you think about your husband, David?
Oh, so hot.
Thanks.
Honestly, so hot. You're gonna talk about your computer programming class with me?
Yeah, you should definitely talk with me about it.
I'm gonna go play some games.
Nope, still can't hear anything. God bless America! That second half is gonna kill me. Look at that
That's her catching her breath. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. What the heck?
I can't do that. I'm
Sorry.
I tried so hard to keep a straight face. I was like, don't look at him, it's just the computer.
This is a process that would take maybe a half an hour in a real studio, but because I don't know what I'm doing and Jenna can't stop laughing, it's gonna take us 3 hours.
Oh, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go!
You guys are the f***ing worst. You know that? You guys are the f***ing worst. I'm trying to be professional.
She's over here working her ass
I'm
off.
working my ass off.
This is the you have to get used to. This is when I was playing, this Frankie's just like,
Oh my god.
he was literally, I'm playing and he's hitting my shoulder, like trying to get this shot.
Oh my god.
Like, hey, can you focus
And you're
now?
like,
can you focus?
sir?
Can you be interesting?
Sir?
Okay, but we may have to do that again.
The whole thing? All of them?
Yeah. I think it worked. Listen, listen.
Sounds gorgeous.
You'd never know! So, I tracked the wrong, oh my god. What up?
But don't put that online because David wants to make sure that his future prospects.
David, I'm straight putting that online, I hope you know.
Don't do it.
All right, I'll blur it out. I'll blur it out. I'll blur it out. So that note is wrong. It's a half step up, making it a major chord, not a minor chord. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it there, and it ends there. Yep. Cut it there, cut it there, cut it there, cut it there. Grab them all. Ba-doop. Ba-doop.
Trash them.
Transpose. Down a step. Oop.
That's
Down.
fucking ridiculous.
Down a step. And now listen.
Wow.
And in context.
Wow. I'm done.
It's just the echoing madness that
I love
exists
it.
in my mind. Alright, so it's the day of the release. I've been sitting here working on it for 7 hours, and I feel like I finally got it somewhere. Obviously the music isn't finished, I'm not super pleased with it yet, but I think I'm always gonna pick at it. I think I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time on that. But I took a break from the music a little while ago and I edited through the whole video and I'm really pleased with it. I've got some nice color on there. I'm really, what's it called? I'm doing the thing with the thing. I'm doing the thing and I'm making the thing happen. I've really brought out the contrast, so the darks are darker and the brights are brighter. And I'm feeling really good about it. The video is pretty much done. I've got to shoot the little outro bit. Then do my little cleanup that I really want to do on the music, and then I gotta release it. Shit. Thank you guys so much, genuinely, for watching this. It really means a lot to me that you guys would have watched this, especially all 30 minutes of it. Seriously though, it was a ton of fun to put together this video. I loved the outpouring of support from everyone that I know personally, as well as people that I don't even know at all. People just really latched onto this, and it's meant a lot to me. I hope to create more covers. I'm gonna be showing people around other things like this modular synth and things that I'm creating, fun little things. I've got a fun little Christmas video that I'm working on. So I really hope that you guys will subscribe because I've got a lot of great things coming up, and I want you guys to be along this process with me. I hope that this can be inspiring for you guys out there to want to make your own stuff, and I hope that it will inspire you all to want to go out there and learn something new, make something with what you've learned, and then get that out there and share it with everybody. I've been Patrick Gates, and thank you so much for watching.